Up until now, we've formatted data using cell styles and conditional formatting. However, there's a feature in Excel for formatting a table that formats list data very quickly and easily. The downside of this is that additional features are added to the data that you may not want to use. I'll show you how to borrow these table formats to format a range of data and to do so without having to use the other table features. To begin, I'm going to select over my data. I'm going to include the totals, the column and the row headings. And then I'm going to click the Home tab of the ribbon and choose Format as Table and select one of these table formats to apply to my data. I'll click this one here. When I click it, I'm prompted by Excel to confirm that this area that's surrounded by the marching ants indeed contains all the data that I want to format. It does, so I'm going to leave that as set. I am also asked to confirm that my table has headers. It does, so I'll leave this checked and click OK. Excel has now applied a table format to my data. I can go ahead and fine-tune this if I want to. I'm going to click somewhere inside my table, and from the Table Tools Design tab, I can select some of these options. Now, the ones that I don't want to select are Header Row, because that makes my data disappear, and Total Row because it adds an unwanted total row to my data because I already have one. But what I can choose is to enable or disable banded rows. And I can also use banded columns if I want to. I can format the last column in a different way and a first column in a different way. When I have this all set up the way I want to see it, it's time for me to get rid of the unwanted table features that I no longer want. I just want the formatting. To do that, I'll click somewhere inside the table so that the Table Tools Design tab appears, and I'll click Convert to Range, and then click Yes to accept to convert the table back to a normal range. When I do this, the special table features are removed, but the formatting stays in place. And now I just have a little bit of a cleanup to do. I'm going to widen this column. I'm going to delete this particular column heading because I don't want it. And I can polish off my numbers by selecting them and applying the comma format to them. And because I don't want any decimal places, I'll click Decrease Decimal twice. In a later video, we're going to learn more about the table features that are applied with table formats and that we just removed. However, I think you might find that this technique is a useful way to borrow nice-looking table formats without actually using the special features applied when you create a table in Excel and without having to do all the hard work yourself.